Hello and welcome to the 2009 Magic the Gathering World Championships. I'm Randy Buehler here with Brian David Marshall, and it is team finals time. China is making its first Sunday appearance in essentially any format in the history of the tour. They've been punching above their weight in the team competition for a couple years, and they got all the way there. They're into the finals. They are playing this match against Austria. The Austrians finished runner-up a couple of years ago. They've had a lot of good Magic players over the years, and they would love to finally win the team title. This match we're going to start on is a Legacy match. Each different match is a different constructed format. Legacy, Extended, Standard, and we start on Legacy. China's Li Bo against Austria's Benjamin Rasson.
Benjamin is led off with a duress. He sees a handful of Daze, Standstill, Mutavault, Wasteland. Probably going to take the Standstill here.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, doesn't really want to let... Hey, he would have to pop the Standstill eventually. Ooh, turn one Magus of the Moon in Extended.
So Bernard Lehner, who's playing the Extended
for the
Austrian team, is playing all-in red.
Yes.
Which has apparently been a blast for him, although it has given him fits in sideboarding.
Really?
Because on multiple matches during the team rounds, he has essentially killed his opponent on turn one and only gotten to see a land or two out of their
so
deck.
He doesn't know what
and
they're
actually
playing?
has no information about how to sideboard during the Swiss rounds.
That's
he
funny.
Obviously knows what to do.
Yeah, he gets
here.
the deck list here. He knows his opponent, Jiang Zhang from China, is playing essentially Thopter Foundry deck. You know, there's a Time Sieve thrown in for fun. Basically, you know, Tezzeret, Thopter Foundry, setting up the Sword of the Meat combo.
Looks like a Tezzerator deck.
Yeah, pretty much Tezzerator.
So I got to watch Li Bo play a match of Legacy earlier this weekend against Sebastian Thaler on the German national team.
Mm-hmm.
Sebastian Thaler is playing Stacks. He leads off.
Sure, Smokestacks.
He leads off and he plays Ancient Tomb. At which point Li Bo is like, I need to read that card. And, Sebastian's like, really? And he's like, there are basically 20 people in China who play Legacy. He's like, I play Extended, I play Standard. I don't really know the cards before that. I had to learn them for this format.
Right.
So he sort of learned his deck and how to play it, but he doesn't know the cards. And he basically read every card in Game 1, except for Mox Diamond, until he conceded to a Smokestack on turn 3.
Wow.
And then proceeded to win the match.
Fetch.
All right, Rasson's going to use a fetch land.
No.
Li Bo has wasted a land and now played a Mutavault, sitting on those couple of dazes. Underground Sea from Rasson. Haven't got to look at his hand.
That German revised.
Yeah, I think so. That's what my Black Border duels look like. Can't afford the betas, that's for sure. All right, and there's Rasson's hand. He's got a top, he's got a Thoughtseize, Cabal Ritual. Goes for the Divining Top here. Trying to build up for one turn where he finishes clear, makes sure he clears a path, and makes sure he can resolve ad nauseum.
Yeah.
Knowing about those days.
Li Bo is thinking about double days.
Oh, does he
here. He's
daze?
thinking about paying for days and then alternate casting costing days. Perhaps, or he may have drawn something else.
Is that the right play? And the top's pretty annoying, right? I mean, he's gonna lose the long game to that top.
Oh, pay one.
And that's exactly what he does.
Yep, trades 2 daces for the top.
Go.
I think Rasson's quite happy with that result too.
Yeah.
Now he doesn't have to play around the daces anymore.
Yep.
And we know Rasson's holding
there's Curse Catcher.
Thoughtseize.
What does Curse Catcher do exactly?
Curse Catcher, you can sacrifice it to force a player to pay one more for a instant or sorcery.
Cards in hand. 2. Wow.
See, Lion's Eye Diamond, there's the Tendrils in hand and a Lotus Petal. So
Nope.
Rasson has the ability to play his entire hand and Tendrils, but it's only for like 6?
Is there attacker? Yeah, you can attack.
Wow.
Put it in this.
China is up a game.
Okay.
Xiang Zhang, despite being Blood Moon, he drew a basic island, one of the 4 in his deck. He had a Chrome Mox. He was able to play Tezzeret despite being under a Blood Moon. So China is up a game and extended already. I mean, we really haven't seen a lot of Chinese players on tour. I mean, often they have trouble getting the visas that they need in order to attend the tours. Yeah, we had a top 8 at Kuala Lumpur. I believe the first mainland Chinese player to do that. So we have seen them on Sunday once.
It resolves.
The one PT I missed, of course. That's why I couldn't remember.
That's one PT I've missed.
One card.
Jitte comes down for Libo.
Okay. Maybe you beat me. Who is he? Honda, please.
Ponder.
Ozone looks very confident.
For you to look at what he's pondering. A lot of this match definitely lives in the hands.
Yeah, there's not a lot of onboard tricks in the Ad Nauseam deck.
So he's got Thoughtseize, Cabal Ritual, Lotus Petal, another Cabal Ritual, Tendrils, and a Lotus
Yes, just that.
Lion's Eye Diamond, and a Lotus Petal. Right. So how do you play this? I mean, it's just he doesn't have enough to actually Tendrils out. Doesn't even have so.
Does it looks like he might have an Ad Nauseam in there.
I didn't see one. Oh, in the pile he's pondering.
In his hand, I thought. Last card didn't look like it was in English, so I wasn't certain. He is still pondering his ponder here.
Thoughtseize, 2 Cabal Ritual, Lotus Petal.
Draw? Okay. Thoughtseize?
All right, there's Thoughtseize. Let's see what you got going on. Gets the Lord. So it looks like Bo chose not to Curse Catcher there, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, he has now found Ad Nauseam. So he's cleared a path. He's got Ad Nauseam. Just has to worry about the Curse Catcher.
Yep.
Curse Catcher picks up a Jitte, attacks for 1, and picks up a couple of counters. Potentially means he has to Tendrils for a little bit more, but that's rarely a problem. Now the interesting thing, like
He's got to fight through that 1 extra mana that the Curse
right.
Catcher
Well,
represents.
if he can resolve 1 Cabal Ritual, he's got it. I don't think he. Oh, he plays Lotus Petal, and then he's potentially got Lotus Petal to sack. Yeah, I think he can play around that. So it looks pretty good here. He's got Threshold for the Cabal Rituals, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 7 cards in the graveyard. So if he leads with Lotus Petal, then he's got the mana to potentially pay if Curse Catcher tries to stop a Cabal Ritual. And then the Cabal Ritual, he'll probably have an extra mana the whole time.
Spell.
1 spell.
Cabal
Yeah,
Ritual.
here's Cabal Ritual.
And 5 mana.
5 mana because he's got Threshold. 2 spells. Lotus Petal saves him from the Curse
I got
Catcher.
threshold. 7 cards. Okay. 5 mana.
Well, here you get to see Ad Nauseam in action. And there's the Ad Nauseam, just straight out of the gates.
No mana. Yeah, 3 spells.
With
Resolve.
no mana left. Why would he do it with... Didn't he have another Cabal Ritual in his
He's
hand?
going to hit land.
Spells, right? Yeah.
Why would you not play more Cabal Rituals just to have mana floating? What am I missing? Isn't he opening up a potential Curse Catcher loss? Land, of course. Brainstorm. It's got plenty of life.
Taken 3 so far.
Can't use the Lion's Eye effectively. Okay, Chrome Moxes are going to give him plenty of mana. Brainstorm. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, down to 9. Leather Petal. Yeah, he's got everything he
Yeah,
needs.
he's figured it out.
So he's down to 7. Cabal Ritual knocks him down to 5.
Continue.
I mean, now if he hits,
I'm thinking.
like he loses if he flips Ad Nauseam, right? So he's probably supposed to stop. How many Ad Nauseams does he play?
He plays 2.
Yeah, hitting the other Ad Nauseam would kill him. So does he have enough spells for Tendrils? I think he does. He's played 3 spells so far. Yeah, you stop. There's no reason to risk it.
Stop this. Okay. No. Lotus Petal. Lotus
All right,
Petal.
Petal,
5
Petal.
spells.
It's 5 spells. Chrome Mox will make 7.
Chrome
Mox, that one imprints a Brainstorm.
6. I'm on 5.
Chrome Mox imprinting what?
Chromox imprint. 1 card in hand. Yeah, just
1 card he's playing around. There's no Mind Break traps in the main, so he doesn't have to worry about that. He could throw in a Duress here if he really wants to.
40s.
So we're at 7 spells.
9's a diamond.
Lion's Eye is 8.
Another 9's a diamond.
9. He has to remember the Jitte life. Make sure he Tendrils for enough to overcome the Jitte. Time to take a peek.
Dark Ritual.
Nope, Dark Ritual. That's, I believe, 10 spells.
Now I'm 10.
3 black.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And the ritual is 10.
And 8, 9, 11. 10. 10. A 10, yeah.
1, 2,
That's the 10 spells, yeah.
1, 2, 10. Right.
Okay, 3 black mana.
So black mana. 3, takes 3, 3, 3.
Yeah. Oh, you got this, okay. Got another one of them. Be nice, okay.
Blue. Okay.
3 black mana. I take 2 mana. Cover Ritual. 11 spell.
Then 6. 6 mana. Right.
6 mana. Take 2.
Yeah, there's the 12th spell.
9 mana.
That should be good enough. Tendrils of Agony has Storm, so it'll drain 2 life from his opponent for every spell that's been cast. Up to 13. Sees Lord of Atlantis, so path is clear. 13 spells. Tendrils will be the 14th spell. There'll be 14 copies of a Drain for 2 sitting on the stack, so minus 28 for you. And Austria looks poised to take a 1-0 lead here in Legacy.
So I got 7 mana left, right? 7 mana left?
8, maybe.
8 mana left. 8 mana, sorry. 8 mana left. 8.
8.
7 mana left.
7.
Not a Duress. Brainstorm.
Come
What's he
on.
doing?
Brainstorming.
It's over.
Yeah.
Just hogging camera time from his teammates.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got
We do have another
6
match
mana.
on another table, by the way. China has taken game 1 in each of the other 2
mana,
matches.
okay, so we
Wu
have
Tong
another
with his
double.
standard deck. He's playing a Jund build, has taken game 1. The Austrian standard deck is Benedict Klauser playing control deck. Sphinx of Jawar Isle, Johnny Vengeance, the blue-white-red control. And all right, there's the Tendrils. So Austria is on the board. Austria takes the lead in Legacy, but China's up in both standard and extended.
Just
So
go
I
ahead.
think we're going to go take a peek at the standard match now. Wu Tong from China has a pretty interesting take on the Jund deck. His Jund deck has Vampire Nighthawk in it.
Yeah, I really like this deck, and it really presents a ton of problems for Benedict Klauser's deck. Benedict's playing blue, white, red control, and so he's got Wall of Denial, he's got Sphinx of Jawar Isle,
Right.
but he can't block a Vampire Nighthawk
Because of the Death Touch?
because of the Death Touch.
He does have 4 Lightning Bolt, 2 Path, 3 Oblivion Ring, 2 Day of Judgment.
Sure.
But he's actually got 4 Flash Freeze in the main. Can't block. That doesn't stop the Nighthawk, although it stops a lot of other things. 3 double negative in the main. I mean, this is, in theory, the standard has no control deck. I mean, that's kind of the way it's felt like. You've got the Jund has got such good card advantage that the blue decks lose on card advantage. So why would you play blue? Well, Klauser's running blue.
Yeah, very, very classic looking.
Yeah, it is a very old school deck. It's an old school player, right? Benedict Klauser has been around. I mean, I played against this guy back in the day, back in the '90s. He had 4 top 8s. He was definitely, one of the better players on tour.
I'll play. No lands.
He's got 4 Pro Tour top 8s. He had a Worlds top 8.
No. Sehr gut.
Yeah, Klauser.
So Benedict Klauser's last top 8 was 8th at Pro Tour New Orleans in 2001.
Wow.
Before that, he was in that pretty famous Los Angeles 2001 top 8, which was Camille Cornelissen.
Sure.
In the finals with Mike Bostelnik.
Yeah, Finkel finished in the semis.
Before that, it was the World Championships in 2000, where
Right,
he
that was
finished
the
top
one with
4.
the Finkel-Maher final.
Very famous.
Yeah, it's the best Worlds final we've ever had.
And then he also has a top 4 in Chicago 98, 99.
All right. Well,
that
here's
Bobrovsky
extended.
won.
Well, let's let those guys finish up shuffling and take a look at extended. Here you see the Austrian red player once again has a Blood Moon out. Also Magus of the Moon. What's the Chalice set to? 0 for the Chalice. Other side has a Sword of the Meek, a ton of land, 1 island. So thanks to the Blood Moon and the Magus, there's 6 mountains and an island in play for Jiang Zhang.
There's a figure of destiny.
Zhang does have a Chrome Mox in his hand, so he can potentially get a second blue mana. All right. Figure of Destiny comes down
Bump. Yeah, listen.
for Lehner. Bernard Lehner is the extended player for Austria. He's down 1 game. He's trying to equalize. He's had the early Blood Moon both games.
Getting in for 6 here.
Yeah.
Austria.
Magus and a doubly pumped figure.
How many hands? Okay. Draw.
Oh, that Chalice is stopping Chrome Mox. It's funny. He's got the Blood Moon messing up most of his lands, and the Chalice for 0 is stopping the Chrome Mox from getting out from under that. There's an Engineered Explosives for 1, so that'll deal with the figure. So Jiang Zhang's extended deck in terms of basic land is just the 4 islands. Those are the only basics he's got. And with Chrome Mox locked out by the Chalice, he's never getting a mana other than blue. I mean, how does he... I'm not even sure I see how he can come back. He can get multiple islands in play.
If he gets multiple islands, he gets Tezzeret.
He gets Tezzeret,
If he
okay.
plays Tezzeret, he gets...
Tezzeret, go get combo pieces.
Go get Thopter Foundry from Thopter
Right.
Foundry.
But essentially, his deck has been reduced down to find a second island for Tezzeret.
Yes.
I mean, he's got Thopter Foundry in his hand, but he doesn't have either the white or the black he needs for the other side of it.
Right, another Grey Ogre.
Draws another land, so
Go.
2 Magus of the Moons.
It's amazing how many of these extended and legacy matches I watch, and they just really come down to 2/2s,
Attacking with
3.
3 mana 2/2s.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just crazy powerful cards, but a lot of times they just cancel each other out. I mean, in this case, the Magus is doing incredibly powerful things, right?
Sure.
I mean, knocking off the lands. So Zhang's down to 2. I don't see an out. It looks like Bernard Lehner is going to even this at a game apiece. Lehner looking over at his teammates. How's it going?
不能，那边谁赢了？你这干嘛呢？
Yeah, Yeah, shows the turn.
So, pressure.
Jiang Zhang draws.
Is it Island Tesserator?
Even then, does he have one card to go get it? Nope, scoops him up. So extended will come down to game 3. Bernard Lehner has gotten the quick Blood Moon twice. Worked for him once. Did not work for him the other time. So let's go check in on standard in the middle. See if we can get Ben Klauser and Wu Tong some airtime. We are underway in standard now.
See a Sajiri Refuge in play from Benedict Klauser.
Yep. Little Zendikar fueled life gain for you.
Rootbound Crag on the Chinese side of the table.
Yeah, so we talked about Klauser's control deck. Wu Tong, we has the Jund with Vampire Nighthawk.
He also has Malakir Bloodwitch in the sideboard ×4, which I imagine
Wow.
we'll see. I imagine we'll see those in this match.
Yeah, protection from white seems pretty relevant.
Doesn't offer protection from Day of Judgment, but oh, and there is one.
Yeah, and one's in his hand. Yeah, Blood Witch, Thrinax, Blightning, Nighthawk, and I think Bloodbraid on the left.
Sure looks like it.
Oh,
Spreading
Spreading
Seas.
Seas.
The anti-Jund
That
attack.
deck has been sweeping all. Everybody's been buzzing about this. The Jund mana base is kind of sketchy. If you turn their Tri-Land into an island with something